Welcome to our discussion about the fascinating book Contagious by Jonah Berger. This captivating read delves into the intriguing world of viral content, exploring the why and the how behind things that catch fire and spread like wildfire in the digital world. We have journeyed through the first 3 chapters, unraveling the mysteries of social currency, triggers, and emotion in the spread of ideas. We've discovered that it's not just about what we share, but how we share it. We've learned that emotional content drives people to share, and that triggers in our environment can remind us of ideas and products, thereby promoting word-of-mouth sharing. Today, we're moving forward, turning the page to Chapter 4, aptly titled Public. Here, we'll delve into the significance of making ideas and products observable, and how this visibility can ignite the spark of word-of-mouth sharing. So, are you ready? Now let's dive into Chapter 4, Public. Chapter 4, titled Public, dives into the importance of making things observable to encourage word-of-mouth sharing. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, it's about making your ideas or products more visible, more prominent in the public eye. It's about ensuring that they're not hidden away, but are rather on display for all to see, and more importantly, to share. Let's think about it. What happens when you see something interesting? Something that catches your eye? You're likely to share it, right? You might tell a friend about it, post it on social media, or even mention it in a conversation. Now, imagine the power of that on a larger scale. That's the power of making things public. Visibility is key. If people can't see your idea or product, how can they talk about it? How can they share it? The simple answer is they can't. The more visible something is, the more likely it is to be talked about. This is the central theme of Chapter 4. But it's not just about visibility. It's also about the public display. You see, when something is publicly displayed, it becomes a part of people's environment, their conversations, and their daily lives. It becomes something more than just a product or an idea. It becomes a shared experience, a topic of discussion, a part of the community. The public display is a powerful tool that can dramatically increase the shareability of your product or idea. It can turn a simple item or concept into a viral sensation purely by making it more observable. In the grand scheme of things, making things public is a simple yet effective way to encourage word-of-mouth sharing. It's about leveraging the power of the crowd, the power of the community, to spread your idea or product. These ideas are not just theories, they're backed by real stories and case studies. Let's explore a few. Berger fills Contagious with compelling real-world examples. Let's look at some from Chapter 4. Chapter 4, aptly titled Public, is brimming with intriguing stories that help illustrate the concept of making things observable and its impact on the spread of ideas or products. These narratives are not just captivating. They provide us with valuable insights into how visibility and public display can influence word-of-mouth sharing. Consider the story of the luxury brand, Movado. Movado's watches have a distinct design, easily recognizable by the single dot at the 12 o'clock position. This distinctive design element makes the brand's watches observable, and as a result, more people know about Movado. Through this design choice, Movado has successfully made their product public, and it has paid dividends in terms of their brand's recognition and popularity. Then there's the fascinating case of the "Please Don't Squeeze the Charmin" campaign. This campaign, despite going against conventional wisdom by asking customers not to touch the product, made Charmin toilet paper more observable. It created a public spectacle that led to increased word-of-mouth sharing, proving that sometimes the most unconventional methods can lead to the most significant results. In another story, Berger highlights how the Livestrong wristbands became a global phenomenon. The yellow wristbands, created to raise funds for cancer research, were not just a fundraising tool but also a symbol of support and solidarity for those affected by cancer. The wristbands were highly visible and observable, making the cause public and encouraging people to share the message further. Each of these stories underscores the power of making things public. The Movado watches, the Charmin campaign, and the Livestrong wristbands all utilize the power of public visibility to increase their shareability. they made their products or ideas observable, which led to increased word-of-mouth sharing and ultimately wider recognition and success. But these stories also teach us that making things public is not just about making them visible or observable. It's about creating a connection, a sense of shared experience or understanding. The Livestrong wristbands were not just yellow rubber bands. They represented a global community of people united in the fight against cancer. The "Please Don't Squeeze the Charmin" campaign wasn't just about toilet paper. It was about creating a memorable and engaging customer experience. So what can we learn from these stories? They show us that making things public goes beyond simply making them visible. It's about creating a narrative, a story that people can connect with and share. It's about making your product or idea not just seen but also understood, appreciated, and ultimately shared. Those stories paint a vivid picture of the power of public visibility. But what can we take away from them? So, what have we learned from Chapter 4 and its real-world examples? Chapter 4, titled Public, has given us a wealth of information. The key idea here is the power of making things observable. When products or ideas are made more visible, they naturally become more shareable. Think about it, you can't talk about what you can't see, right? Visibility plays a crucial role in influencing word-of-mouth sharing. The more public the display, the wider the reach, and the greater the chance of sparking conversations. The real stories and case studies we've discussed only underscore this principle. Whether it's a product, a service, or even an idea, making it public can significantly amplify its spread. The takeaway here is clear. If you want to generate word-of-mouth sharing, you need to make it public. Visibility is a powerful tool, and when used effectively, it can be the key to making your content contagious. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed how public visibility influenced your sharing behavior or decisions? It's fascinating, isn't it? How our actions and choices can be swayed by what we see around us. This power of visibility is something we interact with on a daily basis, often without even realizing it. Think about those times when you've discovered a new product or idea simply because it was out there, in the public eye. Or those instances when you've shared something with others not because you had to, but because it was easily observable and accessible. The impact of making things observable goes beyond just products and ideas. It shapes our sharing habits, our decisions, and ultimately, our experiences. So, why not take a moment to reflect on how this concept has played out in your own life? We're looking forward to reading your stories and experiences. We're just halfway through Contagious. We'll be discussing more intriguing concepts in the upcoming videos. The journey so far has been enlightening, hasn't it? Well, there's more to come. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the secrets behind what makes things popular and shareable, then you'll definitely want to stick around for the future episodes. We'll be diving into more chapters from the book, unpacking more interesting stories, and unveiling more strategies to create contagious content. And the best way to ensure you don't miss any of these discussions? Simple. Subscribe to this channel. There should be a subscribe button below this video. Click on it. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon. Doing this ensures you're notified each time a new video is uploaded. So, let's continue this journey together, unlocking the secrets of creating contagious content. Make sure you don't miss out on our discussion of the next chapter. As we wrap up our discussion on Chapter 4, Public, let's revisit the key takeaway: the power of making things observable. The stories we've delved into today illustrated how visibility and public display can propel the spread of ideas and products, sparking word-of-mouth sharing like wildfire. It's a simple but potent concept. The more people see something, the more likely they are to talk about it, share it, and ultimately, make it contagious. We truly appreciate your time, your engagement, and your shared experiences. Your thoughts have added a new dimension to our conversation, enriching our understanding of how public visibility impacts our decisions to share. Thank you for joining us today. We can't wait to explore the next chapter with you. Until then, keep sharing. Remember, the power to make something contagious is within your grasp. Harness it, use it, and watch your ideas spread far and wide.